a retro tape recorder, medium wave, frequency modulation, FM and short wave. This is 20 years old, purchased from Koramangala, Bengaluru, which are from AIWA, but the impedance is 7 ohms. The mechanism is working, but the belts were metal, which I found very closest because the diameter is 10 centimeters. Isopropyl alcohol. So folks, I have completely restored. Hi folks, look what I got here, a retro tape recorder, and this is Philips 40 watts PMPO RR485 series. The box is also intact, and this is what it is. We need to restore it for a while, and now this is the tape recorder of 20 years old. Looks like this has been purchased from Koramangala. This is what it is I'm getting here, and yeah, it's good to have a nostalgic tones on the cassette tapes, as well as medium wave, frequency modulation, FM and short wave. So let's see how it works, and I'll show you before restoration how it sounded, and after restoration how it sounded, and what is the components which I'm going to change. And yeah, stay tuned. This was preserved well in the box, and but the rodents had been inside, and I need to check and clear off the rodents debris here. Well, a brief introduction about this RR485 from Philips. This is a tape recorder with 3-band radio. One is FM, medium wave and short wave. It has got a recorder which can record the tapes, and we have a microphone here, and this the mode switch, tape and the radio. So we have a volume and the tone control and a headphone, and from the rear we have this external speakers output. So there is a AC mains which has 220 for India, and there are 4 battery cells which are C type, which are the medium cells we call it, and they are 1.5 into 4, 6 volts. And yeah, this is still intact. Well, let's do the next. Well, the manual is still intact here, and it is showing some kind of instructions in English. A pretty good scripted, and with the figures. Yeah, that's all. A brief introduction on this.
Pillows, bed sheets, comforters, protectors, and more. Also avail fabulous exchange offers. Rest, relax, and celebrate.
Luxury living by the lakeside. OC received for phase 1 and bookings open for phase 2. Experience the perfect blend of peace and luxury.
खुद की शादी पर लेट पहुंचे, मगर ऑफिस हमेशा टाइम पर. बॉस को बेस्ट स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियन का मग तक दे दिया, लेकिन अप्रेजल में क्या मिला?
You need to work harder.
इससे अच्छा तो Xiaomi से शॉपिंग कर लेते. प्राइजेस ही मिल जाते. 5 नवंबर तक किसी भी Xiaomi रिटेल स्टोर पे शॉप करो और प्राइजेस जीतो हर मिनट.
Attention Dandiya lovers. Phoenix Mall of Asia invites you to the biggest Dandiya Nights festival.
Hi folks, welcome to Automotives Technica. In this video I'm going to show you the Philips RR485 stereo radio recorder, which is nothing but we used to call it as a tape recorder. This is 20 years old, purchased from Koramangala, Bengaluru, and I got it from known source. And when I opened it, there were a lot of cockroach debris, and the condition was like this, is like this. Currently I have removed much of them, and the 2 speakers which I had here, they were out of proportion. The cones of the speakers have gone bad, and I had to purchase source 2 of these speakers which are brand new here, which are from AIWA, but the impedance is 7 ohms. Now the thing is, this speaker which were there from Philips were 4.5 when I measured it. I will show you the condition of those. but this is almost, I have reconditioned the tape recorder and the belts, the two belts for this drive, for this wheel and from the motor have gone bad. They were brittle and they were slipping, and yeah, I got to know that from SP Road, Bangalore, there were no belts, and from somewhere I could source a couple of belts for this mechanism. So the mechanism is working, but the belts were brittle. So you can imagine the rubber belts after 20 years, what will be the state. I will show you how they are. Yeah, so this is a 3-band radio. The radio is working well. FM stereo is working well. There is a tone control which is working well, and external speaker socket which is at the behind of this tape, and it is 40 watts peak mode power output. That is like divided by 2 root 2 approximately. It should come 10 watts. So I believe the 10 watt speaker RMS is fine. So the rating is 10 watts at 7 ohms. Now this is the one which I found very closest because the diameter is 10 centimeters, 4.3 inches. That is what I have to search it in the market and got it. Source is from Delhi. Yeah, this is the one. The transformer is working fine, and I am cleaning this particular the chassis now, and yeah, this is the condition of the stereo system. If you see this I have cleaned it much, and I used silicone spray to clean this up, and the slight amount of you see there's a rust in this particular grill, and that is gone. And yeah, if you see here, this is the dust particles are there, but looks good. And I'm going to fit the speakers here and solder it. The condition of this is like almost like new. They have not used it and it was stored. I have the box also, the box of this particular when it was purchased, and the rest of circuitry is working fine. Only the mechanicals and speakers had gone bad and some kind of dust, and I need to clean up this pinch roller and the spindle which has got some dust, maybe the cassette debris. The pinch roller looks fine, the head looks fine, the solders and everything looks fine. I have tested the radio is phenomenal. It's an analog one, not a DSP. So 20 years back, you can imagine the quality of this particular set. So this I had removed the mechanism to put the belt. Once I clean everything, I'll put the belts and fit the speakers, and stay tuned. Hey folks, after cleaning this thoroughly with earbuds and toothpick, isopropyl alcohol is this one. It's 99.99%, and this plastic rubber cap, which is silicone spray, that will just to moist and lubricate the grill if any dust particles or any kind of rust formation, that will stop. And after cleaning, the cleanliness is seen here, although slight is fine, but excellent cleaning have been done. Yeah, and it's time to fit the belt to the mechanism, and then the speakers, and a final touch to these buttons. If they are, the glue is gone, we'll fix them. And yeah, stay tuned. So folks, I have completely restored it, and let's check the radio stations.
Real fast. Groove to the tunes of India's most favorite artists like Raftar, Jasleen Royal, DMC, Baba Chake, Osho Jain, Mary Ann, Often Zavera, and more. Experience the Rai Bazaar Flea Market, the large carnival, loads of beer pong games, food pop-ups, and the title.
क्योंकि each of these villas are powered by solar energy, making it net zero on energy villa. It's also ensured that there is 62% reduction in fresh water demand through its efficient fixatures.
Groove to the new sound of fever, fever, fever.
So folks, the AIWA speakers are sounding much better. The earlier was a chrome cap, but now this is a black cap, and I'll show you. This particular tape is working fine. This is the play, forward, the reverse. It will stop automatically for the reverse. That's the mechanism here. And yeah, what I wanted to say is the sound has become phenomenal. It's a full range speaker and more premium than the OE what I had, and the OE's diaphragm had gone, so I had to replace both the speakers from AIWA. Both are 7 ohms. The earlier were 4.5 ohms when I measured it, but this is sounding much better than the original equipment. Well, this is the verdict.
Nevertheless, might
Well, this
have
is
gone
medium
on
wave
back to the
station,
stumps.
and short wave
Took
station
off
is
also
coming
really
outside
nice
with
over here, goes
the
sort of
antenna to
really
be
slow. And this time down the track and drives
pulled out
long on,
fully.
picks up the single. Singles won't
And
do because at
this
this
works
rate,
well.
going at
This
5
has got
runs
all
and
the
over,
bands coverage
we're
from
talking about 100,
60
110,
meters to
120
19 meters.
if they pick up the pace.
The 60
But you can
meters
see
is the longest
batter,
wave, and 90
Tanya
meters is
McGrath,
the shortest.
standing way
It's
outside
belong to the
leg
short
stump
wave whole
when
band,
she was
one
playing
band.
the Indian team, and then going right across and swinging the ball away onto
Well,
the side. So she knows how to use the crease.
If you like my videos, subscribe to my channel Automotive Technica, and the more video on this, how it performs, will be done soon. Stay blessed.